So
if any of you are turning 30, I have a crown you can use.
I'm 25
turn 30.
forever.
Okay, you got all the things?
Are we ready? Do I gotta do my clap? Ready?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi!
Hi.
Excuse me. I was like holding in that burp. I was trying to get it out before we started, but it just wasn't coming. Hello, everyone. How are you?
Good.
What is everyone drinking? Jessica, what are you drinking?
I'm back to what apparently I'm known for from some of our listeners. Drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon Strong. So
Ooh.
yeah.
Very nice. Sonia, what are you drinking tonight?
Hey, you have to guess.
Rum and Sprite.
Oh my
Bitty
god.
bitty.
Yes. You got it. And a little bit of a brownie. By a little bit, I mean it was a big one.
Okay.
So, I already did it, so it's not gonna be now. So
I'm drinking Black Fly Blueberry Vodka. And then I have my backup, which is the fruit punch and Black
that was
Fly.
a cute cup.
They're cute little cans.
Yeah, that's cute. It's bright. I like all the colors. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how it used to be like Twisted Tea every episode, and now it's Black Fly every episode.
I know.
Right after I made a fucking graphic about it.
I
know. You know how long it took me to do that? A couple days because I kept getting distracted. But like reality, 20 minutes.
I'm over the Twisted Tea. I'm moved on. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Okay.
They didn't sponsor us, so that's it. Like
we didn't even ask, but
I was feeding them a little bit. I'm just liking their stuff, being like, "Hey, look at us."
I've tagged them, or someone tagged them in one of our posts about them.
Someone, it wasn't you. Like I tagged them. Like, wait, it was someone. It wasn't me, but
Wait, I don't do the Twitter, so it was one of yous.
I think I tagged you and hashtag.
Yeah.
I think there's an episode that says Twisted Tea, and I think when I posted that, I also tagged Twisted Tea. So I think there was multiple posts of Twisted Tea. Twisted Tea, yes.
Twisted.
Okay. You good?
I was choking on air. It's fine. I want to let you know.
Forgot how to breathe.
Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay. What would be the best choice for planet Earth to showcase if it were in a science fair with all the other planets in the universe?
Nothing. Like they would all win.
And the word is great. The word is great.
Well, America's not great, so.
Okay, I have one. It would be an experiment. Like we would do like it's like a science fair, right? What are we doing?
It's a universe science fair.
Okay. I would gather up our billionaires and bring them and be like, this is the human race where they had everything and they still just let these fuckers hoard wealth to the point where now we can't actually study and be ahead and do all the science things that everyone else is doing. So like our project would be evolution gone wrong.
Okay.
Right. And that's like our science. We make like a thesis on like why that is, because all these other countries would have had to have some like intense science programs that are publicly funded to like be able to set up this science fair. Right.
Yeah. So
like how did they invite us? Like, you know, like we didn't go out there and see them.
No, they'd have to come to us. And like rich people are like 1% that are exploiting others. It's like every other country has it. Like
it would be a large scale. Wait, sorry. What was the question again?
Okay, it's a science fair.
Yeah.
Our planet Earth.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, you said countries, and I was like, wait, are we just talking about a cargo?
No,
because I'm talking about space. Okay,
it's like the same thing. No matter what country you go to, they have people exploiting
It
to
would
other
be
people.
an Earth-wide Stanford prison experiment.
Okay. Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
So it's
yes.
like everything was offered. You know, they all grew up on the same planet, blah, blah, but yet people still felt the need to exploit people for this imaginary thing called wealth because we told them it
Yeah.
existed.
We
Like
made
it's
it up.
right? So that's the science experiment, you know? The controls are they all live on Earth. They all have to breathe air. They all, you know, like so like that would be it would be a large scale Stanford prison experiment.
Okay. I like that one. I like that one. What I would bring to my science fair. Fuck. That was so good.
Sorry. I've been like thinking about billionaires a lot today.
It's on everybody's mind, I think, the last couple of days. By the time this episode releases, probably still a little bit. There'll be more jokes, I think, by then.
There's gonna be a dip now that like it's confirmed they're dead, but I think there'll be like a rise again, you know, like the second wind.
The second,
like the second Titanic.
We're letting people like mourn the people who felt like they needed to.
Yeah,
because, like it's the people who cry when celebrities die.
I'll be a billionaire someday, and all these people are being rude to these billionaires. So when I'm a billionaire, they're going to be rude to me, and that's not fair.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Man.
Yeah. There's actually a TikTok drama right now regarding this between a scientist and a disabled activist. So where the scientist, she's like big on TikTok, known for actually debunking COVID misinformation. I actually followed her. But her take on this whole submarine thing was that you're losing your humanity if you're like making fun of these billionaires that died. And also like said like, well, if Hitler died, like I would feel relief, but I wouldn't like make jokes about it, you know, shit like that, right?
I'd make jokes about Hitler,
right?
Yeah, like that's
right. And like this Crutches and Spice, I love her. She is a Black disabled activist. She's speaks about a lot of issues, and so she just said, you know, this take is not good. You don't like tell people who are oppressed how to, you know, do what to do to their oppressors, like this kind of thing. This scientist now came back and was like defensive about it and just kind of digging her heels in. But then tweets came out that this woman made fun of like someone that like died from COVID or like potentially anti-vaxxer, like, so she had made fun of like the working class person dying, but not the billionaires because she's on the morally high ground. So she's lost like a few thousand followers now, but it's pretty funny to me. And now she's claiming doxed. Now she's claiming doxed. But so Crutches and Spice was like, who doxed you? Show me.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Is she the girl that doxes everybody?
No, I don't. No. She's not one of those people that like doxes other people. She's not one of those. She literally is like a scientist, but apparently she's like a rich scientist. She does TED Talks and stuff like that. But her big thing was showing actual studies and talking about it, which is why I followed her. But she's also like a white woman. So
yeah. There was this white woman who was like a nurse kind of thing, and like she would like dox people who would harass her.
Not that nurse. There's a couple nurses that do that. I know who you're talking about. Not that nurse. This is like a like she does like science stuff.
Real science,
like PhD
not nurse science.
Yeah, like she's done like TED Talks about this stuff, and normally she's smarter than this, but she's also like a white woman, and I guess doesn't see her own privilege. And then when called out, it was like really bad. So TikTok drama.
Yay. Sometimes that's fun because you know what? That's what I'll bring. I'm bringing TikTok.
To
the science fair. Although that's Dawn Marie's thing, and she should have called it.
Okay, mine is like only a corner of TikTok. I like books, and so like,
is that what you're gonna bring? You're gonna bring smut? So here I am with like Jeff Bezos. We got Jeff Bezos, TikTok, and smut, and we're like, this is Earth. Like, have fun with it.
Exactly what it is. That is pretty. Yeah. That is planet Earth is exploitation, TikTok, and We all horny apparently.
Yeah. Well, what else is there to do besides cry? Like I don't, like that's
Yeah.
it.
Drink, get horny, and cry. That's it.
Not necessarily in that order.
You mix match, whatever.
It's like it depends on the day, on like how many times it gets changed over.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, like I feel like did you guys watch the new Black Mirror?
No, I have never watched Black Mirror.
It's on my to watch list. I'm waiting for it to be completely done so I can binge it all.
Yeah, I haven't watched it.
The episodes are one-offs. So it's not like a
Yeah.
show. Yeah. Okay, I won't talk about
Spoiler.
plot.
You can
I won't talk about
spoiler it.
plot.
Okay.
But I think it's only two of the episodes, maybe 3 of the episodes. For some reason, okay, Black Mirror is primarily sci-fi commentary on, the world. That doesn't mean there's not horror episodes where it's like sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
But for some reason, there was like 2 or 3 episodes in this season that were supernatural. And I was like, why the fuck is there a werewolf in a sci-fi thing that they never explain how it got there? Like, kind of thing. So I was just, fuck, I lost my train of thought. I was going somewhere with Black Mirror. Oh yeah, Black Mirror, science fiction. So humans have been terrible at guessing where we are going to go with technology every time. What we thought the internet was going to be used for isn't exactly what the internet ended up being used for. We used to thought there'd be a lot more flying. We used to thought streetlights would be held up by balloons. So I feel like when it comes to science and all the other planets, if we are able to go there, we're just not going to have anything good to bring. Like we're going to be so behind. Like we're going to be that kid that brings like a potato clock.
The potato clock. Yeah. Yeah. Well, as like other galaxies are, our galaxy is actually one of the younger ones. So like
we are that kid.
We are the baby with the potato clock. I believe there is life out there, but yeah, if there is other life, we're definitely in comparison. Potato clock. Oh God. Sorry. That's the biggest bug I've ever seen. Oh,
you need a fly swatter or something.
Now I can't see it. Oh, so
it's in
like,
your hair.
No, it's not. Shut up. So
You want a heart attack?
I live where there's bugs, obviously, but like, there's like a hole where my AC is. Like, I haven't fixed yet. Where like things can just get in, and sometimes they go in my space, and I don't like it.
They probably see the light, and they're
that is like because it's dark in here and stuff. So like they're like, ooh, and like that's just in front of my face. At least it's not an earwig yet. Oh my god.
My friend steps, like I guess every summer, there's a bunch of earwigs. And this year they're avoiding my steps. So like sweet, but they're next door. Like my next door's like steps are covered in earwigs every morning. But they're not at mine. So like I'm happy.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Because like every time I go use my water pick, I have to have it run for a few seconds and like watch it, because too many times last year did earwigs make it to my mouth. Like one is too much. Like, and then even more than that is too much. So I'm scarred for life. And
we have a whole episode about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go back out of your water bottle.
Go back. Yeah. Oh, I don't. That water bottle is sitting in like a cupboard. I just can't donate it because I feel like it's a waste.
Yeah, fair.
But it's like being wasted just sitting. I'm sure the kids will use it. They just have to know it's there.
They're okay with drinking earwigs.
They don't care. They really don't. They're disgusting.
They're like extra flavoring.
Okay, sorry, go.
No, I just said they're just aren't as scarred as I am. I'm just a little bitch.
Okay, you said there's life out there. What is your view of like life out there right now?
I think it's not too hostile because then they would already be here. But I think maybe they're just hanging out with the other like people. I figured like I think if you get so far advanced that you can like go see other planets, your like empathy button is also advanced. So like you're not going to go around wanting to hurt other people because you're above that. Could be
Well, yeah, all
reason.
of them end up on some level of like communism. Like it's what Star Trek and stuff like that have some form of that. Like it's like, fun. We don't have just billionaires going into space, not doing anything productive with that.
Yeah. So I am hopeful that like other species of planets are like that, where they're just hanging out and they're just like waiting for us not to be such garbage, and then we'll get to hang out too. Or there's like a really mean alien out there going around killing everybody, and they're just gonna wait to come to us because then no other good aliens can help us.
What are we gonna do though? Like, if they can find space travel to our planet, they win. Like
that's right. They already won.
Yeah.
It wouldn't matter about the billionaires. Oh, you do see in the background?
I did see
it. Yeah, there's nothing we could do. You can like throw the billionaires at them, but no. You know what? I think hopefully humans don't taste. That's what we are so garbage. We put so much poisons in our body. Our ocean is full of plastics. I think we would just be a wash. They'd just be like, no, this is gross.
They don't want to land here because of how it's gross here. They're like, no.
Yeah.
Well, that's also the idea that like other planets didn't end up in the trap that we're currently in.
Yeah.
Because they would have had to have their own versions of industrial revolution, and like they might not be humanoid depending on how they evolved and their atmosphere and whatever else and stuff like that. So it's like, that's why I always like to ask. I'm like, do you vision them as like just alien humans?
No, it's whatever. Just like in the ocean, how there's different life forms than humans. There's no humanoid ocean people. So like
you what? There's not mermaids? I thought there was mermaids. There was a whole documentary about it. No, it's too bad.
So yeah,
orcas are the closest thing, I think.
Oh yes, orcas. I would just I assume they would look different, unless our bacteria came from the same bacteria, like so our microbes, whatever, what crashed into our planet and stuff. Unless our microbes, like it split off and it landed on another. Whatever, the same microbes, I think the chances of us being the same are slim.
I would like to think it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and they're just a big bureaucracy. We have to like make sure to file our papers so our planet doesn't get destroyed.
Yeah,
that'd be fun.
So many people hate paperwork. I would just be like,
it's fine. Yeah.
Whatever happens, happens.
Don, what's your alien look like?
Wait,
now I'm scared. How many tentacles?
Does your alien have?
No, I don't think that there's like, I don't know. Honestly, I never really thought of it. I don't think that there's life, well, other than us, that are like us. So, like Sonia said, like something like sea creatures or whatever might be out there, but I don't think there is anything human-like out there. So, yeah.
So it'd be tentacles, is what you're saying. There'd be fucking tentacles everywhere.
Not like octopus tentacles. It could be fins. You don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't
what
think
kind of grip can you get with a fin? Like that's.
I don't know. Whales do it, whatever. Fish like figure shit out. So I don't know. I don't think, like I said, that there's any human life other than us. There is probably other like animals, mammals, or whatever else species out there, but I don't think there's human. And if there is, we'll never meet them, because if they're anything like us, they would never make it here. Like between like travel, like space travel, you can never make it here in time without dying. So we'll never meet them.
There's the theory, a screen theory or something, a boundary. It's basically like there's these certain barriers that
The black holes or whatever?
well, no,
No.
it's like it's about like the social timeline. So there's like barriers that each like civilized whatever planet would go through, and they'd have to make it past us and past this other barrier. So things like climate change,
Yeah.
like developing new technologies goes through a period. You're not just suddenly computers, you know,
Yeah.
so that would cause climate issues. So it's like they would have had to solve that. And then if the timeline's going on for thousands, millions, billions of years, asteroids, and making sure that that doesn't destroy, you know, like, and all these barriers. I don't remember them all, but it's like we haven't even passed all the barriers. So anyone to get to space travel would have had to like pass all of these and like still live. So that's another theory.
If we didn't have religion, we might be up a few more barriers.
Oh my God. Yes.
So I thought you were going to say when you were talking about the barriers or like the thing for traveling in space, to how fast you would have to go. It's theoretically, if you start off slow enough and just pick up speed, this like your brains won't turn into mush. That is I'm gonna ask my science guy.
Yeah, I don't
You know.
Yeah, I don't know the actual science of space. I just
Yeah.
know
I
the
just know, like,
theories
there's
regarding so like the civilization
Yeah.
of what could be.
But I think travel in
zoologists-
space would be extremely hard to get to like another galaxy. Like we would never make it. I don't think they can make it here and we can't make it there. Like it's a long fucking way. Like by the time you make it, no matter how fast you are, I think you would still be dead by the time you landed in that planet.
Well,
Because
like
we can only live to 100 years.
Yeah.
Like unless we can like advance to live to 200 and not age. Like if we age slower, if we ever found the science to do that, maybe.
Another barrier we have to.
Yeah. If we can learn how to, because I mean, we have done it before. People used to die in their 40s before.
Yeah.
And now we've made it to 100, 110, right? Well, not many of us, but I mean, it is doable.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is like, we would have to double that. We'd have to at least live to 200 years and slow it. Like the first 20 years would be our childhood, literally.
That's what it should be now.
Yeah. Well, I know, but like we're technically adults when we hit 20 and we shouldn't be. Like it would have to be really, really slow in aging process. And then therefore, after we can get past that, then maybe we could make it traveling. But as far as now, no. And I don't think they could do it either. Or else we would have probably met them.
Or we get that sleepy technology that's in like Outer Worlds and Planet of the Apes.
Oh, where we sleep and it like just slows everything down.
Yeah, Frozen. Cryogenic.
Biogenic.
Something.
Frozen. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
something. Although, like, before, it used to take like years for something to get to Mars. Now it only takes like 7 months. So we could.
Without, I know, like with technology and that. But at the same time, I still think, because I think another galaxy is extremely far away, hence why we haven't made it. And it would still take like 700 years to get there.
We could have a dome society, like where our brightest, less janky people go with like on a dome planet kind of thing, where there's like trees and stuff making their own oxygen, and then we
like
just
a planet just like head over, and then by like third
generations. Yeah, so if we just have different generations and stuff, and like a plan, like you have to like script it, because people, if you go off script, you're fucked, because like people are dumb.
So like our great grandchildren could potentially get there if we started now.
And that goes back to the billionaires, right? Because like if you have private corporations doing all this terraforming and stuff, like I love Outer Worlds for this very reason, because all the planets are private organizations. It's literally what Elon Musk would want to do. It's like, you can only buy this product on this planet and it might not always work, but it's all you got. Like it's, very
and like the canned food, and like
and like people are like super sick and they don't know why, but like they're and everyone's working. They're all factory towns.
The planet, every single planet. So
okay.
Oh, Kyle got back to me, my science guy. He said if you could accelerate to close to light speed, it would take you just over 25,000 years to get to the closest galaxy. However, as you are traveling most of the time at near light speed, you would only age 5 years or so.
It's 5 years, like divided. Okay, so it would be, was it 2,500 years divided by 5?
No, so
Right,
it would be, yeah.
Yeah.
No, he says, however, you are traveling most of the time at near light speed, you would only age 5 years. So it would only take, it would, so are you no longer aging?
It's like the space-time continuum.
Yes,
thing.
that's like,
Yeah.
that's what it is. So it's, okay. But like, how's, like, I wanted to know about brainwashing.
Oh my gosh, we should market that. Like, you want to look younger? Go to space.
That's like a really good, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
For
why
$250,000, I can make you look younger.
I can make you never age again, actually.
Like, and then you're like a bottle of water. That's like, here you go.
So
Space
jump in this
water.
capsule right here. Just jump right in.
Yeah, I love that. There was the one TikTok, and he's like, "What's with billionaires and all these tubes?"
I know. I've seen that one.
Jeff Bezos goes up in space in a tube.
To the tube.
Elon Musk makes a car thing in Vegas. Tubes.
Tube. I know. I've seen that one. I love that TikTok.
Oh,
It's
now
white
he's
people in their
confused.
tubes.
Now he's confused. I'm gonna just do a little voice.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're talking about outer space and travel on our podcast. And I was talking about there is like something you could do, like the slower you start off slow and then you go really fast so your brain doesn't turn into mush. Like how long would it take to go that fast to not be brain mushed? Oh, like, he's like how long it takes to get up to light speed. Yes, Kyle. So as I'm like talking, he changes it. So yeah, we're just figuring it out.
Science.
Science.
I still think
Bill Nye,
the only way we could have done it is like the way you suggested was the whole generations.
Yeah.
The way, like, we're never gonna see it, but like our great grandchildren, possibly, if our children even produce, and survive.
It would be like a mission you'd have to, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not like a choice. Like,
and then you would
would
have
be
to be sure your third off. Oh my
scripts,
god,
yeah.
that's a book. Anyway.
Well,
Yeah,
I think it
has
should
to
be
be
more
all-
if you want to go up here, it's just part of the requirement.
Yeah, that's what it'd be.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have sex with people. It's just like you just need to do your seed, right? Like you can love whoever you want to love and relationship whatever you want to
Just
relationship.
donate your egg or your
Yeah.
Well, by this, we're all gonna be queer polyams anyway. you
That's
know.
fine.
That's fine.
That's the most happiest, most acceptable people anyway. So it's cool. But like it's so it'd have to be like Krypton where all their babies are like genetically modified. But like not in a bad way, like in this movie where like if you're stuck as like a janitor, you're a piece of shit. Everyone's treated like everyone's important.
equal. Whether
Yeah.
you're a doctor or a janitor, you're treated equal.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Words
be
are hard.
the dream. But I don't think that's gonna happen. Like
No.
people, like I hate it because like we're so just as a society so just like unable to organize.
That's what
And
I
by-
mean. Like, it has
And
to
by
be
the time we're
different.
gonna be able to, it's gonna be too late. We're very good at too late.
Yeah.
Too late to stop climate change. We could minimize it. It's too late to
Remember?
stop it.
Back in my day, the ozone layer was falling apart, but then we all got together and fixed that.
And we
bit.
reversed it. Yeah. That's when
Right.
people actually gave a fuck.
Right.
But
Like-
since
What happened? That was big dick energy.
people
I want
got
our planet
selfish,
to be like
like,
that.
billionaires got pissed off and then brainwashed some poor people and was like, you don't really want this.
Yeah, more people got poor.
Yeah.
More people got
And
dumber.
then they listened to the rich, like, which was stupid, but they had no one else really. Their brains were small, whatever.
And the news cycle got faster. So it keeps
Yeah.
people's attention. Before it would take you like a while to go back to a original story. Now it's like a new story every 3 days.
Also, people are creating their own news, which
Yeah.
is not helping too, because they obviously do it their own narrative. And yeah,
I think it's good in one way because it like a lot
Well,
of
yeah.
news used to be suppressed, but then it definitely allows for misinformation to be spread because there's no like regulatory body stopping this.
Exactly. So like if you could like a way to verify that was real, that would have been great. But there's not technically a way. I mean, Facebook did try. Like they're just like, no, this is false. Like, and then like put a caption underneath saying it was false. But I mean, then you have to believe Facebook, and you have to believe Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
do
and
you really
people
want to
don't.
believe him. Like,
Did you guys see the Elon Musk Mark Zuckerberg possible cage fight thing?
no, and I don't think I want to see it.
Oh no. Did we lose Sonia?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, she's like mid.
Yeah. That's why I was like, it's not that interesting, but it was kind of big like Twitter news for a day this week. Oh, I guess we'll wait for her to come back.
Hello.
Hello?
It's my internet.
Oh no.
Fucking Elon Musk.
Elon Musk, and he shut that shit down. He's like, no,
Yeah,
don't talk
he's
about
like-
me.
He's like, no.
Well, I was just gonna say that like Elon Musk I think called out Mark Zuckerberg and was like, I'd beat you in a fight or something, and Zuckerberg was like, okay, let's try it.
Let's try.
And so like Elon was like, fine. So they're like, possibly, I don't think it's gonna go through, but it'd be hilarious if it does, setting up a cage fight between the two.
I'd watch.
And like,
No, I wouldn't watch it.
Mark has
no.
that autism strength. You know, I think he's gonna win.
who?
Mark?
Musk? Oh, Mark?
Mark.
Oh, well, Musk
Zuckerberg.
came out as Musk said he had
Autistic.
Asperger's, but
No.
I'm pretty sure Zuckerberg is also autistic.
Like
and
more.
Zuckerberg works out. Zuckerberg actually goes to the gym.
Yeah.
So no, Zuckerberg's gonna kick his ass, but it's gonna be fun to watch if it happens.
If it happens.
Like
Yeah.
well, those like celebrity kind of like boxing matches.
Yeah.
So my geeky husband got back to us. So if you accelerate at 1g, force of gravity, it will take 354 days to reach the speed of light. So a year
It's a year.
to reach the
Okay.
speed of light. And then it takes 25,000 years at the speed of light years. But then it's only 5 years that you age. So that's
So it's a 6-year travel. plan.
Yeah, that's a lot of math. I don't know if I'm
yeah,
ready
but
to do that.
it'll take a year for your brain not to turn to mush. In theory, it's never obviously never.
Yeah.
does it. But yeah,
Well,
Ugh.
science.
that could be our science fair project, not ours.
Yeah, this is our science fair project. How to get the hell off of Earth.
Well, it's gonna be our science experiment because we're gonna have to test that to get to wherever the science fair is.
Yeah,
over and over and over again.
Yeah, we're just trying to get there, guys. Like they have it yearly, and eventually one year we make it.
Yeah,
We made it.
it's like, what's your experiment? It's like, oh, fuck, we forgot it.
We
Like,
forgot it at home.
We can go back.
how are we gonna get back? We haven't tested that yet.
This is a one-man trip.
We just send a dog. Like, because we're just testing it.
And there's the dog's there. He's like, and he wins because he's adorable.
Yeah, obviously, in
Yeah.
all space time continuums. Yeah,
Yeah,
dogs
that's
are
right.
good.
All dogs in the space.
All dogs are good dogs in space.
That's right. You are the
Yeah.
bestest boy. And it's like,
Who's a good boy?
yeah,
Did you guys ever do science fair experiments?
No.
not at our. We went to a ghetto school, and it didn't really have stuff like that. It canceled all. It had all these programs. It was supposed to be like the best school ever.
So
had-
they rebuilt the school. You're
Yeah.
talking about Queen Mary, right?
Yeah,
They rebuilt the school and they had rooms. Like the science room had Bunsen burners right built into the table with like outlets and stuff. Like it was a unique but it was like high tech. We had literally a tech room. We had all these rooms and stuff. We never got to use them. Like we had classes in
did.
them.
I got to use them. I was the year it started.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the
Like
year
okay,
after
so I
that,
got to
we
use
ran
them
out of
like the
funding.
first 2 years, and then they laid off everyone, and like they turned into regular classrooms. But you had like saws in like the do you remember that class?
Yeah, woodworking class.
Yeah,
I got it.
they
I got
had
that class.
saws like just sitting there, and
Yeah.
like I was learning health class in
Yeah.
this saw room. And
I
I'm
know.
like,
I got to use them. My class was the class that got to use
I
everything.
got to use them too the first 2 years, and then after it was like no.
I got
Like
to use
as soon
it.
as
That sucks.
So when they got it, so what I did, I started grade 6. So grade 6, 7, and 8 got to use all these new things.
I was in grade 4. So yeah.
And then by the time Don Marie got to you, so when we had grade 6, that was all the funding we got. And then we slowly ran out of product to use because of all the grades. So when I
No,
got
do
to
you know
grade
what happened?
8,
Do you know what happened? Mike
What?
Harris got in, and
Yeah.
all the funding went.
Thank you,
So
conservative. And
we
it's just
literally-
downhill since then.
We literally got like, or it was the Ultimate Ginty or something. I don't know. One of the shittier premiers got in, and then like funding just went kapooey. But we got like the state of the art school. Like it was
That was
so
the
good.
idea. What was it was like liberals before then, and they're like, we need this best school. It's like
Yeah.
the best. Like it was like a pilot program school. It was like, and then
The art room had that kennel thing, so you could like
kiln,
cook clay. Yeah. We had a photography room.
Yeah.
We had a music room that had like soundproof, like it was great. Like the school, I mean, it's still there, but like I'm sure it's not used properly still. We were like one of the first schools to have a playground, like an actual like gym.
Rubber
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. It was called the Crayon Box, and it was in the news because it was all colorful on the
Ooh.
outside. Oh yeah, and you
It
could
was
see it like
ugly.
from the mountain brow. You could
Yeah.
see our school. It was a really good school, but then like Sonia said, after a couple of years, we didn't use the classrooms for what they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
That's so frustrating. Like I went to 6 elementary schools, so it really varied, I guess, from like what we had and what we had. Well, like when I because I was talking about science fairs, like I did a science fair when I lived in Alberta on the base school, and it was just basically every class, like the entire school just like partnered up and like did a fair in the gym. Like you were just competing against your classmates or whatever, but there was 300 students total in the school, like kindergarten to grade 8. Like that was it. So I think I did like constellations or some shit. I don't remember, but then other schools would have like their shitty at school science fair, but then if you got top place, you got to go to the mall. Yeah. And then the mall would host the science fair. So and then you'd recompete.
In grade 7, I dropped out of school due to mental health. And then I didn't go back until I needed my high school diploma. So like that was like 2 years. I was like, knocked that out of the park. So I never really participated in that kind of stuff because mental health. But now as a grown up, I think I participate more in science fun than as a kid because it wasn't fun then. I was too busy stressing about life.
Yeah, I had like the opposite where it's like being home. It was so stressful to me that school was my escape.
Yeah.
So like I signed up for everything because then I could stay at school till 6 p.m. and be there at 7 a.m. You know, like it was like I was like I'm always at school.
I didn't join anything because I was bullied, like severely bullied. So I didn't really fit in with anyone. Therefore I didn't join any classes because like no one was my friend. And so I would just go over to Sonia's house and sleep with her.
Yeah, that was like
nap parties.
Like that, like actually I love that. I like people like, oh, like do you feel like you wasted your childhood? I was like, I got fucking nap parties. Like, you know how great that is? Like you just like hang out with your friend. We would like listen to music, and I had this wall in my one house we lived in where we could like write poems and stuff, and like it was amazing. And yeah, I
go to the corner store. We would buy, and like literally, this was our grocery list, and we would do it every single time. We would buy a ball of Sprite, XL polarized gum, and Score chocolate bars, and that was like our meal. And like that's what we survived on. And like we'd buy every single time that we would go to Sonia's house. We'd have our snacks, and we'd turn on like Three Doors Down, Kryptonite. You know that song?
That era of music. Yeah.
Yes, we listened to Energy 99.9.
Yeah, whatever it was called then. Yeah.
Yeah, and then we just sleep. Like that's it. Like that was our whole day.
When we get together, we should recreate that.
Okay. I don't know if I can, because what we would do, we eat the entire pack of gum in our mouth and then
in the
chug
winter, chug
chug
the Sprite
our
and then breathe
Sprite.
in.
Opinionated lushes challenge
Yes. Our lungs are gonna
for a TikTok.
Oh. Be like, back in my day, we did this.
Yeah, we
Well-
didn't do no cinnamon challenge. We were like hardcore. We had gum and Sprite and cold air.
Oh God.
Oh,
I didn't do anything cool. I like got bullied and I was just like I just like cry about it and then be like it could be worse. It could be my parents bullying me.
no.
Oh.
It was just like I was so I don't know, looking back, it's like I knew people were making fun of me, but I just like didn't believe, like it took, like I would never realize in the moment. So it'd be
Yeah.
like the next day, I'm like, oh.
Mm.
Yeah, like once I thought a guy asked me out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he asked me out till this day, but apparently he didn't. And he went around the whole next school going like, this is grade 7, by the way. Going around like, yeah, I didn't ask her out. I know what you're talking about. And I was like, he totally did on MSN. Like, I don't know what he's talking about, but I'm so sorry. I misconstrued. And everyone was like talking about me. I'm like, I don't know these people.
Aw.
So, but it was like a lot of that, but then I just like keep doing the thing because the teachers liked me. I hung out with a lot of teachers, not in a creepy way.
Yeah, I had a creepy teacher. So I wasn't like bullied. I was invisible. That was my thing. I was invisible. And then at the end, like grade 8, the teacher who like hung out with kids creepy like, she was like told everyone to be my friend, because this was right after Columbine, and she's like, be her friend because she'll shoot everybody. I've mentioned this before, but
Yeah.
like,
Who you're talking about?
yes, Miss C or whatever.
No, Miss Pilgrim. That's
No,
what her name
no,
was.
it wasn't. Miss Hilgrim was the guidance counselor. Miss C was
Yes,
the
but
grade
she
8.
was also my teacher too.
What did she tell people to be my friend too?
Like the whole staff meeting about it. Like they're like,
Yeah,
okay, we
we're-
really need this Sonya character to have some friends.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
Have her on a
she
list.
told people to be my friend because my nanny was in the hospital. Do you remember that? Like when she went to the
Yeah.
hospital? Yeah. So she told everyone that they needed to be my friend because like I had a death coming in the family.
Ugh. She was a character, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, because I would miss like so much school because of mental health, and they're just like, "Oh, it's fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine." She's the fucking guidance counselor. I'd be like, "Oh, like I'm really struggling right now," and like I just feel really like angry and like anxious about everything at the same, like angry, anxious. She's like, "You're fine. Like don't worry about it. We'll call your mom." We didn't have a phone. We were too fucking poor. Like, and it's not like you're gonna go to my house. So it was just like, yeah, the teachers bullied me. But like I had friends. I had Dawn Marie, and I
That
had,
was 2 grades younger.
but you're still my fucking friend, okay?
I know, but I'm just saying, like,
And then I had like other friends I hung out with, but they were in the other class. There's 2 grade 8 classes. So like my friends were all in the other grade 8 class.
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. But like they just didn't see, like you don't have recess anymore. So how are you supposed to know what kids are friends? And but
Yeah.
anyway, that's another story. That's just like, yeah, no, I didn't, but I probably, I guess I don't know if that considered bullying, like when you're not friends with anybody. But like it wasn't like people were like,
They
no,
didn't
get
make
away
fun
from
of
me.
you. They didn't tease you or anything.
Yeah, there
like
was
that.
no teasing or anything.
Yeah.
Except for one time, there was a day where I was almost abducted, and the teasing was, oh, like who would rape you? Which
Yeah.
wasn't the thing,
Kids
but
are
like,
gross.
yeah, and they don't even know
Yeah.
what that is. You're fucking 12.
Yeah.
But then that was it. But then then on, even in high school, it'd be like, oh, you're the girl that got raped on the tracks. Like, no, that's not what happened. Like, that was my identity. I wasn't getting made fun of for it. Like, that
Yeah.
was my identity.
Mm.
I didn't have a name. And then after that, I was like, oh, you're John's baby mama. Again, no identity.
Yeah.
Just things that happened to me. But like, yeah, no I don't know. Maybe people just thought it was scary.
I don't know. I like it's like thinking back to like those ages. It's so weird to like look at situations and personally for myself, like how I handled them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like I mean, nowhere near that fucked up, I'll be honest. But like I've assumed identities based on something I did to the point it was on my jersey on the improv team. They decided because I got shit-faced and crazy at a party and then fell down the stairs and to grab myself, it was a basement stairs and the ceiling was lower. So I grabbed the ceiling. And apparently like broke 2 tiles and like a ceiling rod came out. I paid him back. So I don't know why. But apparently I said, oh yeah, instead of oh no. So everyone deemed I was the Kool-Aid man.
Oh no.
For 2 years of my high school career. To the point where some people have still said that to me. And I'm 32 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And so Kool-Aid was put on the back of my improv jersey that year. And everything like that. And I just remember being like, oh, yeah. Like, just every time, be like, oh, you get it. You get it. I was like, oh, yeah, that's me. Remember from that party? I went, oh, yeah. I was just like, I'm like, they're all laughing at me, making fun of me. But for some reason, I was like, yeah, I can do this. Oh, yeah. Now I know it's autism.
That's right.
Now I know. I thought that's what they put a character on me. I was going to be that character. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
Oh, this is who I am now.
Yeah, I'm the Kool-Aid man.
The Kool-Aid man.
I go to the parties, like, oh yeah, you know, and they just go, oh yeah, ha 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 ha. Yeah.
That's depressing.
It was in my MSN name, okay? After that, and everyone's calling me that, so I was like, oh, fucking put it in my MSN name.
That's who I am now.
That's who I am.
Oh no. I had a friend,
Oops.
Samantha, and she unfortunately got bullied a lot, but it was like amazing. Like she would just bark at people. Like I loved it. Because like they'd just be like, oh, you dog or whatever. And she'd be like, woof, woof, like just bark at them. Like I love it. Like even now she's a bitch. Like she's so great. Not like you know, she says things that rub me the wrong way, but when there's like situations, she doesn't put up with anything. She's like, well, fuck that, and then she'll say shit to you to your face. So like, I like that. She doesn't hold back. I love that. If she has a problem with you, she's like right there. So like that's what I like. I like that about her. And like if she has a problem with somebody else, she won't hide it. She comments on my status about our mutual friends like partner, like, you know, just like
So she hated me for the longest time because I was Sonia's friend, and like she was like one of those, like she didn't really like to share her friends. I don't even know if she liked to share with the other ones, but she didn't like sharing with me. That was for sure for like 3 years.
Like, share with anybody. Like she didn't like sharing Stephanie with me, or
that's what I meant. Like
Stephanie. Yeah, like so she didn't like when all 3 of us hung out, or like it had to be her and the other one, or her and the other one. Like it was just like the 3 of us were not allowed to hang out together. Sometimes it was interesting.
Well, because Stephanie like came over to my house one time, and like you then came over or whatever, and I guess Sam wasn't invited. I don't know why. Well, why would I invite her, right? She didn't like me at the time, and so like we were playing. And then I guess she walked up the street to your house and she turned around and she walked back. And then she like told you later, she's like, I don't want you hanging out with her. And you're just like, too bad.
Yeah. Too bad. Yeah.
And then Stephanie's like, she's my cousin. Like, what do you want me to do? My mom was over there. Like, I was going to be over there. Like, fuck off.
Yeah. She was a character. She's a character.
Well, these interpersonal relationships and who can be friends with who will be written in a deep comparative analysis as part of the the Earth-sized Stanford prison experiment.
Yeah, they'll have that. Who Domri and Sonia are allowed to be friends with. Like,
it's gonna, like this write-up is gonna be like enough paper and stuff to like fill the fucking spaceship that gets us to that science fair.
Yeah,
because so much data.
Because like that's all we have. We have nothing else to show. But
we just have data, okay?
So just paperwork.
The millions of humans have done 50 years of data analysis on the entire human experience. Here you go.
Just for you. You know what? There's like a tribe that we haven't made contact with. I feel like that's like outer space. Like that's Earth.
Yeah, we have that in Earth. Like, we don't even need to go to space. We have like colonies that we're not talking to yet.
Yeah, like how, like we have like internet, like all these things, and like nobody, because well, they kill everybody, but like still, like, but like you can't bring a plane over there or a droid or like
well, they do, but then they destroy the land and they take their women and whatever.
No, not like. No, we're not sending Christians over. I mean, like,
I mean, like science
droids do the same thing. I hate to tell you.
I think the issue is for actual like science studies, they don't get funding. No, like that's like, so like if someone was like, okay, we want to send in a droid just to get some information, blah 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 blah, it's gonna cost like this much money, this much for piloting, this much for backups, blah blah. They're gonna be like, okay, can we take some of that content and post it somewhere? Can you take, like they have to find a way to make money off of it. Yeah, in order for it to get done. Like, I mean, it's the same issue with like medications and all this stuff. It's like, if it doesn't make money, they don't want to do it. It's space exploration, even underwater. Like, there's so much of the sea we have not actually looked at. But we're not going to get to because people want to take vacations down to the Titanic for some reason.
I think it's going to be a break for a little while. There might be a break.
Let's face it, Ocean Gate is now going on. Like, it's done. Like,
is it Ocean Gate or do we call it Ocean Gate Gate?
Ocean Gate Gate? We can call it Ocean Gate Gate.
That sounds like a game.
Like, the name of the company is Ocean Gate.
Ocean Gate. It's like they made this like okay, you guys haven't seen Black Mirror yet, but when you see Black Mirror, this is why Black Mirror episodes aren't as good in the later seasons, because this is real life.
Yeah.
Ocean Gate exists as a company. Yeah. No. And James Cameron even commented on it, and he's been down to the Titanic like 30 times.
Yeah, I know.
Well, not him personally. He's been like, they send like a craft down.
James Cameron's been down.
No. But he went in a real submarine,
like a real sub, like
not a made up.
Yeah, not this like cut corners. No board has certified
land or whatever. The person.
James Cameron's been like down deep in the the Marianas Trench. Like he's he's one of the deepest sea divers.
Yeah,
like weirdly enough.
When they started talking about it, I thought it was like an old Russian thing that they just got out of a Russian scrapyard. Like that would have been made more sense to me.
He got parts from like Camper World or Camperland. I don't know what it was called. And he got other parts. Like it was all made of different metals too, which you're not supposed to do.
But when I first thought about it, I was like, like people talk shit about Russian craftsmanship all the time. Like it's gonna be fine.
It's not Russian.
It's fine. But then I looked into it. It's a fucking like Pepsi bottle with like pool noodles on the side.
Yeah.
It was like
legit pool noodles. It was legit pool noodles too. It wasn't even like fake. No, it was real. Like,
yeah. So like that, I was like, oh my God. Then I just like, okay, now I see why people's like, I was so confused on like why people are being so not hateful, but like, oh man, the submarine. I was like, okay, yeah, we get it. Like, but Russian makes the most aircrafts in outer space. I gotta understand. But no, it was because what it was actually made of. So
yeah, no, it was
an American, and then
so
he
many
brought
red flags.
Yeah, red flags. But yeah, well, now they're ocean water.
And we're definitely not sending that to the world universe-wide science experiment.
Although that's actually really cool because it's already completed. Like, we don't have to put any extra work in it. If you go down in a shitty submarine, you're going to implode. And then, like, that's... we
made with different metals and pool noodles, you're going to implode. Like, it is.
You learn more from failure than success.
But we already knew that.
We did know that.
Like, we did know that. That's why it was in the way.
I said that. Yeah, I knew. We already knew it.
They knew too. They just didn't give a shit. That's
what I'm hating. Like, if the money, all this money that was spent on this shitty fucking sub was spent on like actual scientific deep sea exploration instead of like a tourist trap, I guess. Because
Yeah.
you're not even looking at a window. They're looking at a computer screen.
Yeah,
To see the
The
Titanic.
window
Like,
was like
you could
at
have
the
just
other
faked
end.
it.
Yeah.
You could have just dipped
Right,
in the
like
water
they did
a little
on
bit.
Disney World.
Add like a little like old footage of the Titanic. Just add
Yes.
some bumps.
Like the shallowest end too, and like not gone all the way down. And yeah.
Like, you didn't have to go in the water at all. Like
You
that
could
was
have
not
even
needed.
added the like scare, just to make it exciting. Be like, oh, we have to ascend because the hull is starting. And
You
just
can
make it like
crackety.
yeah, and then we're like rising up, and you're like, oh, we made it. I hope you guys had fun. Like
People are dumb.
your
Well,
$1 billion idea. Anyways, I would like to thank Stephanie Hurst, our VIP Patreon, for hanging in there. If you want your name mentioned here, become a VIP Patreon on our Patreon at the highest tier, but even access all of our bonus content at the lowest tier. Oh, and in June and July, if you become a Patreon subscriber at any tier, you get 2 unreleased Techno songs from The Good Husband.
The Good Husband, who was on last no
A month ago. It'll be a month ago by this
I mean,
point. Yeah.
Yeah. Look for more guests because eventually that will happen.
I'm trying, guys. I'm trying so hard.
It'll get there. And a website eventually. We're working on that too.
So many projects. So follow us on all the social medias so that you can keep track of all these things.
Yeah.
Because we can't.
No, fuck, we have no idea what's going on.
Okay. Bye.
Good night.